Yep, we're
Is
on.
it felt we're on?
Yep.
All right. You could take that off there. All right, I'm going over there.
Yeah, right by that stump. And
Yeah.
if I have to have you move, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
The
I'll.
idea is I'm going to try to get this to fall right down in that hole there.
Yeah.
I have to shove it with the
It's gonna drop less when I'll try to right in this hole over here.
son of a gun sat back.
I see that.
Not hard. It wants to go up there, and I don't want it to.
It's got a lot of lean that way.
All right, give me a minute. I'll go grab the big yellow wedge and push it over. I mean, look at all the old acorns. I want to show you, everybody, when this tree comes down, how fast it grew. I can see the growth rings already. It's big.
Got a lot of lean to the left of us right now.
here so it was easier to talk. The heck with that climbing over the hill business. All right. Now, so everybody, it says that's 10 inches from there to there. So you have 10, 20, 30, 33, 30, 32, 33 inch oak tree. Look at those growth rings. Now, obviously, this wouldn't be like no veneer tree or nothing, you know, because it's fast growing. But that's great fiber for trim, cabinet material, whatever. And we were looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how old I am, 35. 36. Let's follow this one around so we can see it. 36. 36. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Is on his 44th year of growing. 44 years. That's half of a typical human lifespan, I believe. And you have that tree. There's probably 400 board foot in that tree. And it's straight. It's clean. Like I said, this isn't a veneer tree. But boys, it's a nice tree. We have some, you can tell it was young here. The sucker limbs coming up. Now this was all stripped. What did I say, 44. So you're looking at 221, another 20, but 1980, 1976, 77 is when this tree grew. I don't know when this is stripped, but I bet it was stripped probably in the 50s, 60s. So it's pretty wild. That's when you stop and think about it. So I cut lots of this too. It's not like this is a rare thing. On this strip ground, there's a lot of it. But I'm gonna top that and then we'll throw that one down real quick. That one, it's either gonna go across there or across here. something you guys might notice, well, I do when I limb, and I don't cover enough on limbing. When you had these limbs coming out here, you saw me, you cut them up in like 3 foot up or 2 foot up, and then I trim it flush. The reason I do that, a lot of times when you're trimming a limb flush, that limb is loaded or whatever, and it'll splinter in a weird way, and it'll pinch your saw a lot. So it helps for me, I picked up, it just works for me, as I go down the limb a little bit, cut it off, relieve that tension and that pressure. Then you're just cutting off a firewood sized piece. You can trim it real nice and clean. Obviously, you know, you got them in the dirt like down there, ain't much you can do about it, but that's kind of how it is.
I noticed something else you did before, and I noticed at this tree, is you're jumping these longer limbs down close,
Yes.
so that they're not in your way when you get
Yep.
down there.
Oh, you'll see me almost start out the end of the tree like a pine tree. So like when you drop it, all your limbs are laid out this way. I'll go in there and cut it off and then start working it up this way. That way all the brush is laying down. The work area that I need is now finished. I don't have to go back in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it obviously that depends on, you know, safety. How's it loaded? How can, you know, can I, you know, where the tree is? That's all a factor. But yeah, it's something you pick up. You'll learn. I'm not saying that's the best way to do it. It's just for me, I found out I don't get pinched as much. So we're gonna get this one down now. I think I can draw this one back across this way, but it might have to go out that way. Yeah, it's gonna go that way. I do believe.
Get back, Pete.
It would have came this way.
Yeah.
That one limb must have me. It might go yet. There's a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
And I don't have my wedges because I'm a lazy ass. Let's try. Nah, I'm just going to shove it. I can tickle it, but no sense in doing something silly. Alright, John, out.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this one and flop it on this side of the trail
Yeah.
and back in there and shove that one around.
All right. I'll get up over.
A breeze.
I'll get over by your saw here.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Got a little breeze.
Yeah.
Might push it over for us. All right, let's go check. Oh, we're at 18 minutes. Let's go check real quick what this one looks like. See how fast it grew. Now it looks like it went a little bit slower than the other one. Not much. Probably the same age. If we were to count it, I bet you about 44, 45 years old. And just a little smaller because it was probably reaching for light instead of growing out. So I bet you would say all that stuff was this size around here. But yeah, we went a little slower on that video. I just wanted to kind of slow it down so everybody could see what was going on, and plus it's hot. So we got visitors. That's John. That's Lauren's dad. They're in town for a couple days. So, but all right, everybody, you take care.